Hi friends! So today we're going to work on In Christ Alone, which is by Stuart Townend and Keith Getty. And this particular arrangement is David Angerman, and it looks like this. It's published by Harold Flammer Music. And we are going to do the SATB version. So we start in unison. Beautiful song. This is everybody. Still unison. On measure 13, the sopranos have the melody, of course. So it's, what heights of love, what depths of peace, when fears are stilled, when striving cease. And then you guys go back to unison. Altos, you're gonna be Johnny one note, so you just did, and storm, let's see, fiercest drought and storm, stay on the E flat. What heights of love, what depths of peace, when fears are stilled, when striving cease. Go back to unison. So let's try soprano and alto together, and I will start at the pickup to measure 11 so we can get into it. Again, you guys are in unison. Everybody starts on E flat and the altos stay there. And one quick time I'll sing the alto against the soprano. We're just gonna start right on it on the middle of measure 13. What heights of love, what depths of peace, when fears are stilled, when striving cease. And that's a second cease. And then we're gonna go on in unison, so let's do the tenor part next. You just did storm, so tenors. What heights of love, what depths of peace, when fears are stilled, when striving cease. And then bass. Again, I'll sing an octave higher. What heights of love, what depths of peace, when fears are stilled, when striving cease. Let's do tenor and basses alone. So from what heights of love in the middle of measure 13. What heights of love, what... Then everybody together. Let's see if I can do this. Sorry, I have to slow down a minute. I just want to make sure I don't mess anything up. All right, going on in unison. My comforter. Here in the love of Christ I stand. Okay, good. Now, women only, high voices only. In Christ alone, who took on flesh, fullness of God in helpless babe. Lower voices. I'm going to sing in an octave higher. This gift of love and righteousness, scorned by the ones he came to save. Sopranos, you have the melody. And then we have 3 parts. So we have soprano 1, which is the higher part, which is what I just played, the melody. And then we have soprano 2 on measure 32 and 33. So second sopranos, you start with the first sopranos. Measure 32, break into parts. B flat. Till on the cross as Jesus died, the wrath of God was satisfied. Sorry. Okay. So I'll sing this time against the soprano ones. Ready? Till on the cross as Jesus died, the wrath of God was satisfied. And then back to unison. So tenors. This is a harmony. Till on the cross as Jesus died, the wrath of God was satisfied. Basses. On the cross as Jesus died, the wrath of God was satisfied. Let's do the lower voices together. And all 4 parts. So here we go. A little slow for me. Now this is now go back to melody, everybody. Unison on hymn. Here in the death of Christ I live. 3 counts. And then put a nice V on the downbeat of the measure 39. Take up to measure 43. Sopranos. Light of the world by darkness slain. Altos. There in the ground his body lay. Light of the world by darkness slain. Let's do that again. There in the ground his body lay. Light of the world by darkness slain. Upper voices, sopranos and altos. There in the ground his body lay. Light of the world by darkness slain. I'll sing the alto so you guys can hear it. There in the ground his body lay. Light of the world by darkness slain. Tenors. There in the ground his body lay. Light of the world by darkness slain. One more time. There in the ground his body lay. Light of the world by darkness slain. Okay, now basses. lower parts together with just the piano. Okay, let's try all 4 parts. Again, we'll do it a little bit kind of out of time so you can really hear everything. So let's do that again. Okay, I'm going to play the notes. Okay, page 7 is pretty exciting, and it even says triumphantly. Let's see, pick up to measure 48, then bursting forth. On measure 53, the F and the G, you don't have to have all your sopranos do that. Choir directors, I would just pick 1 or 2 maybe. I guess it depends on how big your choir is, because it can get screechy up there and it can overbalance, because anytime a note or pitch is high, it's automatically louder. So we don't want to cover all the other parts who are also working hard and making beautiful music. Okay, let's do that again, just the same thing. Page 7. It's a pretty part. Let's do the second soprano part. So this is the one in the middle of the treble clef. So you start with the sopranos. Go to A flat. And going on. E flat. So E flat, D, C. So it's pretty, but the middle voices are always kind of harder to hear. Let's try that again. I'm just going to play it once. Okay, so here, which is pretty, it's thirds, and the alto is doing thirds also. Sorry, I got excited about the thirds. Since Curse is lost, let's see. Measure 54 now. And then you get to fourths. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to sing this. You guys ready? All right. Then bursting forth in glorious day, up from the grave he rose again. It'd be nice if you said gain to rhyme with day, but that's up to your choir director, because sometimes it sounds funny to all of a sudden have like a British accent just randomly. Let's do that again. Then bursting forth in glorious day, up from the grave he rose again, and as he stands in victory, since curse has lost its grip on me. So pretty. All right, altos, it's your turn. We're on measure 47. Let's see. So to measure 48. Then bursting forth in glorious day, up from the grave he rose again, and as he stands in victory, sin's curse has lost its grip on me. I'm going to play all three parts and let you guys figure it out. So you start in unison. Sorry, I'm playing a little slower so you can hear. And as he stands. Don't forget this is three parts. So that's going to be so pretty all together. Let's do tenor. We got to keep going with these beautiful voices. And as he stands. So not too bad. So tenors, let's see if I can sing it with you. Then bursting forth in glorious day, up from the grave he rose again. You notice I'm kind of cheating. I'm not doing again and I'm not doing again. I'm kind of mixing them up. So the rhyme is there, but it's subtle. Going on, and as he stands. And as he stands in victory, sin's curse is lost its grip on me. Stay on the B flat. I'm going to do those two voices together so you guys can hear. And you guys are together. Okay, good. Basses, it's finally your turn. You guys have been so patient. You ready? Then bursting forth, pick up to measure 48. Pick up to measure 48 basses, starting in the B flat. Then bursting forth in glorious day, up from the grave he rose again, and as he stands in victory, sin's curse has lost its grip on me. I'm going to play that again. Its grip on me. Keep everything nice and open and relaxed. Very nice, guys. I'll play basses and tenor together now. Then bursting forth. Okay, SATB, here we go. Pick up to measure 48. B flat, everybody's on a B flat. That's the fourth. All right, next chord. next little part is in unison. We're doing pick up to page 8. For I am his. So, for I am his, and he is mine, bought with the precious blood of Christ. We start in unison again, no guilt, but we modulate. Parts again. Tenors and sopranos both have the melody. You guys both start on F and then go up an octave. Altos, pretty easy. Can never pluck me from his hand. Let's do soprano and alto together now. Can ever pluck. And let's do the bass part. Can ever pluck. You guys are in octaves with the altos. So you guys each have a partner. Sopranos and tenors, altos and basses. Okay, so can ever pluck. We are going back to unison. We are on the pick up to page 10 till he returns. We've got a page turn right in the middle, and everybody's back in unison. You guys have done this before. Sopranos. This is different. Descant. Same thing, we've got an F and a G and an A and a G, so that should be just a few sopranos, and sopranos who are really open up there and don't get tight. Let's do second soprano part, No Power of Hell. C, 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 can never pluck me from his hand. So kind of the lines go pretty well. No power of hell, no scheme of man can ever pluck me from his hand. 2 parts. Tenors. No power of hell, no scheme of man can ever pluck me from his hand. Basses. No power of hell, no scheme of man can ever pluck me from his hand. Tenor and basses together on No Power of Hell. Pick up to measure 78. And all 4 parts, just kind of slow. No Power of Hell. Pick up to measure 78. Octaves. Okay, now we've got. All right, good. And then we've got this. Everybody on an F. Next chord. And you don't have to do the A, it's even tiny, just to tell you don't have to do it. Unless you have enough singers and singers who are comfortable up there. measure 82. Till he returns or calls me home, here in the power of Christ I stand. Rest. 1, 2. Here in the power of Christ I stand. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Hope that that's helpful with those notes.